Hey, what's up, turtles? It's Krik here with Black Owl Outdoors. Today I'm going to be doing a review on the Leatherman Wave. Now you can't see it's in the sheath right now, but this is the infamous, best-selling Leatherman, the Wave. And you know, it's been out for years now. It's tried and true. Excuse me. It comes with this leather sheath. This particular version, black sheath. It's about, I think, $70. Pull it out of the sheath. Just talk about the sheath before I get into the multi-tool itself. It is this black leather. Get a little bit closer here. It's black leather, no stitching, all rivets. Back here it has a little belt loop to be worn on the belt. On the side here, in this little piece of nylon stretch webbing, if you will, there's almost a little slit. It's probably might be hard to pick it up in the camera, but what I'm opening up there is a sort of cavity space to fit the extender on the larger bit driver on the Leatherman, which it'll make a little more sense when I get into the actual multi-tool and start talking about it. One thing I don't see on this leather sheath though is a slide pocket for the extra bits that are available for purchase for this Wave particularly, and I'm not sure why that is. If you know, who's watching this video, please tell me. I know there's other nylon sheaths I've seen in earlier models of the Wave that have that little slip pocket in the back here for the extra bits, but this doesn't have it. Not sure why. Leather sheath, good to go. Pop that down and get out the Wave now. This is a very compact multi-tool. For what you're getting, all the tasks you can do with this, it's compact. This is only 4 inches, right around 4 inches. In my hand, close it, you know, nearly disappears. Nearly disappears. 4 inches, but it weighs 8.6 ounces. Weighs 8.6 ounces, and that's not light. But it is compact, and you're able to do a whole bunch with this multi-tool particularly. And there are 17 different tools on this. I'm going to try to get them all for this video, remember them all. So if you're at home watching this and want to count along and correct me or whatever, say I'm a fool because I forgot something really important, feel free to do that. And alright, now I'm going to get into actually talking about the different tools. Excuse me, find that shot. When I was younger playing with multi-tools, a lot of them didn't have the design where there's tools accessible before you actually open up. You know, what I'm used to seeing when I was younger is that all the tools are inside the handle. And you had to actually open it up to get into it, but that's not the case on this Wave. There's 4 tools right on the outside of the handle without ever opening up to get into the tool. And I'll start. Here is the serrated blade. And how I know it's serrated is there's a tiny bit of jimping right here, or serration if you want to call it that. That lets me know that this is a serrated blade, and on the non-serrated blade, there's no jimping, no serration. These are able to be opened one-handed, but I didn't for that. Nice serration. All the blade's right around 3 inches. I think just a hair under 3 inches. You know, and the serrated blade's really nice if in a rescue situation, or if you need to cut rope quick or cut a seat belt potentially. Anything you want to do with the serrated blade, it's there. You can do tasks with this to save, you know, your non-serrated blade if you want to consider that your primary blade. You can use this for tasks too if you're in a survival situation. And what's nice about every tool on this, aside from the actual plier function, is that they lock. And right here, if you can see this, right where my thumb is, or my index finger, is a liner lock, just like you'd see on a folding knife. Push that liner lock over, close the blade. Really cool. Everything locks. Everything locks on this. Now next to it on this handle, the serrated blade is a wood cutting saw, which locks as well. This is right around 3 inches as well. I'm not going to really be able to do any cuts with this, just to show it for demonstrative purposes, because last week Stony and I were out on a hike, really cool hike actually, and I was jumping across the creek. We were jumping across the creek like we've done hundreds of times, and I landed and I tweaked my back, and today's actually the first day I've been outside. I've been in bed for a week nursing a lower back, and it really stinks, but I'm so happy to be out here and just doing some videos today. and just enjoying nature and seeing all the spring herbaceous plants coming up. Anyways, wood saw, liner lock, good to go, really nice. The other side handle is the non-serrated blade, and I forgot to mention the steel, or the stainless. I forgot to mention for the serrated blade, it's all 420 HC stainless. I think the chromium's 13%. This clip point style, 2 bevels. The micro bevel down here looks pretty even on both sides. Pretty happy with this. I know some people might have not had, you know, consistency on theirs, but when you get small blades like this that aren't really big, or primary knife blades, you're going to have some inconsistencies on the bevel. That's okay. This knife, or this tool does a lot aside from just having a cutting blade. This is the blade, again, liner lock. Close that up, and next to the liner, or excuse me, this non-serrated blade is a file, sort of this bastard standard file, if you will. On this side down here is also filed to put in knocks, or I don't know, anything you can think of if you want a really thin, narrow file to get into. And over here is a diamond coated file. Again, really useful tools. You know, just this one attachment out of this wave, you can do so many different tasks just from one tool. 17 tools, but so many different tasks can be used with this Leatherman Wave. Again, liner lock, close it up, and that's all on the outside without even opening up this puppy. Here we go. Now here's the pliers. I'll try to keep this in frame. I almost want to grab a little pointer stick or a leaf and try to get down without breaking my back. So up here we have the Needlenose Pliers. Really tight fit. The tip here, solid contact, no opening air. Moving down here, where I'm putting this is larger pliers for larger device or larger object you want to grab onto. And pliers are really great if you're going to be doing small tasks and you are going to try to pinch with your finger, unless you have like bear paw strength in your hands. It's going to be really hard to hold something small like this, but with these pliers, if I wanted to, you know, hold this potentially, I can hold something really small and tight. You can use these pliers to pick up, you know, hot cooking things over the stove or over a fire, anything like that. Really great. And moving down from those larger pliers are soft wire cutters. I dropped my little pointer. And well, this is soft, and then below that is the hard wire cutters. But you have to be mindful if you're really gonna, you know, torque into something you want to cut metal-wise, because it's all part of the plier head. You jack this up, you're not really going to be able to replace it as you would maybe another one of the tools on here. Something to think about. So that's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, just 3 different tools are at the 17, or 4, just with the pliers. Nice. Alright, let's get into some other tools. You hear that lock too? All these tools lock. This is a bottle can opener and wire strippers. This little knocked V right here is for wire stripping, which is really great, so you don't have to use a blade, which can really dull it when you're trying to cut through the insulation of a wire and getting into to strip it. Instead of dulling your primary blade, you can use this, which is really nice. Again, bottle can opener here that you've seen a lot of multi-tools. Good to go. And this is not a liner lock, it's more of a lockback system here. You see where my index is on, and this T-bar kind of push that down, open it up, and then allows the tool to fold in. Really nice. Next to that, in addition to, is the larger bit driver. The locks again, and these bits come out. This is the flat and Phillips. Try to get that writing. Hold on, let me flip it around for you. Try to get the writing. I forget. Just if you'll pick it up. Anyways, 2 bits on that. That's 2 3/16 we're looking at. And this is what I was sort of mentioning about the other bits you can buy for this that go into the sheath, and the extension. Since it doesn't have a lot of reach in it, you can buy an extension for this and have this come out more, which goes into that little sleeve I was mentioning in the sheath. Double bit driver, 2 of them, really cool. Again, with the T or the lock back, close up. Good to go. And that's it. Alright, that's it for this side. And actually, since I saw the ruler, the scale, I want to show that before I forget about it. let me just work on getting that open first, and then we'll get it in frame. So to do the rule, you want to kind of put it like this, and we have inches up here. I believe, what is it, 8 inches and 19 centimeters, I believe this, what it's measured for. So, you know, again, nice little feature, nice little tool, depending what you want to use this for. Alright, that's the rule measuring. Now the last little bit of tools on here, we'll start, you know, you have this 3/16 flathead screwdriver. Really nice thickness. You can definitely use it to pry small things. I would not say go crazy torquing with anything on this multi-tool. This is definitely a nice size flathead. And as multi-tools go, this Wave sort of falls into the category of sort of the middle, if you will. This is definitely not the most robust, heavy-duty multi-tool you can get. You know, Leatherman even sells, I think it's a super tool, and then there's some Swiss versions of multi-tools. But as multi-tools go, in my opinion, this can do a lot and cover, you know, really be, you know, it is a multi-tool meant to do multitude of tasks, but this is, you know, really, you know, wide swooping of what you can use this Wave for, which I believe, you know, is why it's been the #1 seller, Leatherman's #1 seller. And on this handle as well, it's that lock back sort of T-bar opening up to close this tool. Next to that, in this handle, we have the small bit driver, which is nice for, you know, fixing glasses. I don't know, maybe this backdrop will help a little better to focus. And this comes out as well as a flathead poking out, and there's a Phillips, which the detail you probably can't see from the camera, but either way, really nice for fixing glasses in the field. All these little things are nice, you know. Screws pop out of glasses all the time. It's nice to be able to fix that. Small bit driver. And the last tool on here, if I got them all correctly, this should be number 17 in case you're counting at home. Flip it around, are the scissors. Oh. Bug may win my eye. Thank you, eyelashes. Love you, evolution. Are the scissors. And even on, as a child, I had the small sort of keychain version. It was about 3 inches of the Victorinox Swiss Army. And my favorite tool on there was the scissors. Second to that was the clip, or the tweezers. But I really like scissors on the multi-tool, just for doing a lot of things. Like I said, any more sharp cutting edges that you can use besides your primary blade is going to help save that blade if you're going to use this in a potentially, not use this, but have this and be stuck with this in a survival situation. You potentially want to save your biggest primary blade when you really need it. So scissors, you know, afford you some more cutting implements. Close that up, and I think that is everything. I think that's everything. You know, so what are you going to use this Wave for? Well, pretty much you saw all the tools, anything in your mind, you know, you can really, anything you can think of. It'd be great to, you know, throw in a car, your bug out bag, when you're hiking, camping, backpacking, any of that stuff to wear on the belt. You know, it's 8 ounces, it's definitely not light, but for what you're actually able to do with this tool, there's no question in my mind, is it worth it to carry the a multi-tool anyways, not just specifically the Wave, but any multi-tool, quality multi-tool is more important. And, you know, if I had to get stuck with one tool in the bush, or left with one tool, you know, to carry my hip, this old ball and chain I'd be happy to drag around with me. This is Krik signing out with Black Outdoors. Later, turtles.